Joe. You've arrived at the Joe is Hungry channel, filmed, curated, and produced within the city limits of Fairmount, Georgia. It's time once again for a few Joe is Hungry birthday shout-outs. Louis Cervantes, happy belated birthday. Happy birthday, Jesse Boo from Paulding County. Colin, happy birthday. Likewise, Nick Garrett. And a very special happy birthday shout-out to Os. Get well, birthday boy William Efren. I'd like to pass along some felicitations to Os, Amanda, Agus, Tommy, Nelson, Mark, and Victor. I'd like to encourage and invite everybody to come over and join me in the Discord server where I from time to time live stream the editing of these very videos. I have a link on the screen and in the description below. I also want to thank everybody for participating in the food poll because you helped me figure out what you want to see. And because of that, today you're sending me back to Arby-s to check out the new Bourbon BBQ Country Style Rib Sandwich, which is made from and constructed with country style pork ribs, natural cheddar cheese, crispy onion strings, pickles, and Bourbon BBQ sauce, all on a toasted star top bun. This is only one of the new items in the new Bourbon BBQ menu lineup: the Bourbon BBQ chicken sandwich, the Bourbon BBQ roast beef sandwich, and the Bourbon BBQ country style rib sandwich. That's what we're doing today. Each one of these alone will cost you not an insignificant $6.99, making a combo for $11.19 before taxes in Georgia. Each individual country style rib sandwich will add 490 calories to your daily diet profile. And for you bean counters out there, I have the stats on the screen and in the description below. And Arby-s, perhaps to their detriment, has decided to grace us with posted serving weight. According to Arby-s, this rib sandwich is supposed to weigh in at 242 grams or 8.53 ounces. Do the math and you come out with a preliminary, and I stress preliminary, 82 cents an ounce, because we won't know until later in the video when we do the Joe is Hungry weight test and calculate the actual relative fast food price per ounce. So it's time to start this trek and roll the drive-through at Arby-s in Cartersville, Georgia.
Hello, welcome to Arby-s. When ready.
Could I get 3 Bourbon BBQ country style rib sandwiches?
Just the sandwiches, or would you like to make those meals today?
Just the sandwiches.
What else can we get for you?
That's all. Thank you. I've got my bourbon sandwiches. Let's pull off to the side and do the Joe is Hungry temperature test. Bourbon BBQ number 1 weighs in at 142.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Bourbon BBQ number 2 weighs in at 145.9 degrees Fahrenheit. Bourbon BBQ number 3 weighs in at 132.4 degrees Fahrenheit. I would have liked to seen them a lot hotter than that, and I really think Arby-s could make them hotter than that. But as they say, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. So today, I'm gonna let Arby-s squeak by and pass the Joe is Hungry temperature test. So now it's time to take a closer peek under the hood, head back to the studios, and do the Joe is Hungry weight test. Bourbon BBQ number 1 weighs in at 8.55 ounces. Bourbon Bacon number 2 weighs in at 8.75 ounces. Bourbon BBQ number 3 weighs in at 8.70 ounces or 247 grams. Arby-s, the weights are pretty consistent, so you win the Joe is Hungry consistency weight test. They're all at or above Arby-s' own posted serving weight, so they win the Joe is Hungry weight test. Now you add them all up, do the math, divide them out, and you come up with 81 cents an ounce. So now it's time for the Joe is Hungry big reveal. This is what it looks like, and this is what it's supposed to look like. This is what it looks like, And this is what the ad photo looks like. We've seen what it looks like. We saw how much it was. It actually isn't looking that bad, but in my opinion, $7 for an 8.5 ounce sandwich seems a little bit pricey for me. But we won't really know anything because it all could turn on a dime with the Joe is Hungry bite test. So it is bite test, engage.
When she celebrates.
Is well cooked, although a little bit on the dry side, and that's probably because it doesn't have any fat. It has a tendency to fall apart if not for the little piece of cheese holding it together. The Bourbon BBQ sauce is the dominant flavor, covering up the taste of the aforementioned cheese. The second casualty is the 3 little pickles that Arby's doles out. I can't really taste those at all. Like the cheese, it gets lost in the sauce. In my opinion, adding a few more pickles would have been a game changer. The fried onion strings add a very faint background flavor, leaving you with almost undetectable, mild, oniony aftertaste, which in my opinion isn't really a bad thing. In spite of my criticisms, this isn't a bad sandwich. There's just no wow factor. It's not lighting up my life. It's just a fairly dry meat sandwich. Now it's time to give this thing a score. If you all don't know my scale is 1 to 10, 9 being the best. Anything above 9 is a once in a lifetime experience and almost never achieve. 5 and down is that all too familiar fast food slippery slope to the pits and depths of food hell. Now it's time to give this thing the score that it truly deserves. This is another example of semi-high priced fast food mediocrity because Arby's, I'm going to give you a 6.3 on what should have been something running in the high 7s. That is my number. That is my review. Thank you everybody for watching, and hopefully we'll see you all again in the next video.